Madrid is the capital of Spain, but it has not really been famous. For many people, I guess, Barcelona is the city to go when you visit Spain. I've been living here for years by now, but it took me a while to understand what the city is really about. I've always been a big fan of the campaigns of Kind of Guys. I love the idea of using the locals as models and trying to connect with the culture, rather than just using the exotic beauty of the places. So when I was having the first conversation with them about the project, I immediately had this idea of revealing the authenticity of Madrid. I didn't want to project the cliche of Spain like tapas or bullfighting. I wanted my postcard to be from Madrid, not from any other city of Spain. Madrid is a city of foreigners. Even for many Spanish people who live here, it's not their city. So I've asked Gabriela, who is from Madrid, to help me. We first started sharing places that could represent Madrid. And I live in Lavapiés, and for me, it's one of the few neighborhoods in the center that has not been a victim of gentrification. It's full of immigrants like me, living up their life, mingling with the Spanish culture in their own way. When I photograph, one of the things that inspires the most is serendipity. I am addicted to seeing new and different things, so I was excited about the new places Gabriela was suggesting. The beautiful thing could happen when we allow life to take us to something that we cannot control.
Something iconic of Madrid that we could grasp is its history. The constant evolution over the last decades was paramount to make a city that spent 40 years of dictatorship a modern European city. This is a city that dwells on its past but yearns for improvement. Plaza de la Vide is a green and lively park, but it once was a food market in the neighborhood. This market was demolished from one day to another in the early 70s, and some of the locals still remember the anxiety they felt back then when their second home was torn down. This is the case of Barmentrida, where today, hanging over its colorful ceramic covered walls, you can see the footage of this market demolition. Entrevías is a neighborhood in the outskirts of the city. During the industrialization in Spain in the 40s, this area was a focal point for families that lost their jobs in the countryside and had to seek for opportunities. They would install themselves illegally, building up a shack on Sundays when the police were not in service. For this reason, these families were hired to help build this new urban core. You can notice that all the houses still recall the same pattern from its 50s first look.
When we arrived in Entrevías, I was mesmerized by the peculiarity of the neighborhood. It was something that I've never seen in Madrid, but at the same time it was very much Madrid. Probably not the city that you can see every day in the center, Spain and Spanish people. But Madrid now is much beyond that. That was what I wanted to show through the few images that I could deliver to the project.